Gretchen Smith runs Coda Vets, and she does such a great job of keeping everybody updated as to what folks need. Gretchen, you're tireless. I don't think that you sleep. Good to see you.
Thanks, Dana. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Oh
And
yeah,
happy
we
Veterans Day
work
to you as well.
24/7. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's 24/7. And tell me a little bit about, because I mean, we this lockdown has affected the country in so many different ways. And our veterans, are really, a lot of veteran families are really, they're on hard times right now. I want you to tell me what you're hearing from some of our veteran families. What are they experiencing? What do they need? And how can people help out with Coda Vets' your mission this year?
This year is incredibly unique with the COVID shutdown and restrictions. Our numbers are staggering. We're not really set up to deal with it, but we have been working one day at a time, one veteran at a time. We've got 276 veterans in line, and the needs are basic, Dana. We've got utilities disconnects, we've got eviction notices, foreclosure, forbearance letters that the veterans are stressing over. We have auto repos that we are assisting with. And savings are completely wiped out. When you do not work or have a paycheck for months on end because of these restrictions, and different states has their own restrictions, it just has created this catastrophic financial crisis for millions of families. And our veteran community has been hit hard. We've got so many out there who are struggling just to buy groceries, just to pay that water bill, to keep the water running. And that's where we're stepping in and standing in the gap and providing some emergency stopgap assistance for these veterans as they come our way. But we funnel through so many through our system. And I am truly amazed by what we're able to accomplish every day. We've helped roughly a couple of thousand, which is phenomenal, but we've got so many in line that we need to keep that momentum.
Yeah. And I like how you described it too, these emergency stopgap measures. And sometimes, this it can be some of those smaller things, the little, like if it's like utilities, different bits of bills, your utilities, your grocery bills that all come together to just be, it seems insurmountable. And as we're going into the holiday season too, that's just like it's just, everything is just coming together to make a very, very tough holiday season. And I saw too, for folks that are interested, actually, I think you should. I don't care whether you're interested or not. I want you to, it is a privilege to be able to help out those who served. You're helping 37 veterans families that you have on your list for Thanksgiving dinner. And you're raising money, $75 per family to cover the cost. Tell me what you need from folks. How can we step in and help you? Because you've been doing so much on your own.
Well, we need the funding. We've got to be able to cover this. It's $75. It will cover a family of six, and in some cases, we've got some bigger families that have 6, 7 children, and they're going to need 2 boxes. So even though we have 37 families listed, we're going to have more boxes for those bigger type families. So as the days go by, we're going to be adding more and more vets to our list. We've just started the list recently, and we would love to be able to feed up towards 500 families if that's possible. We're going to push. We're going to keep going every day. Our deadline, our cutoff is November 18th. Please send a $75 donation, and we will allocate it to that Thanksgiving meal, and we will try to feed as many VAC families across the country as we can.
And that website is codavets.com, where you can get information about that. But that's and November 18th, that's coming up in just a week. So I think that everybody, I mean, this would be a great thing to do, to step in and make sure nobody should ever, especially on Thanksgiving, when you're thankful, you're celebrating thankfulness. This seems like just the perfect way to do it. You've been super busy, and I've been watching just your account, because your account is totally devoted to telling stories of these veterans. And I love how you approach it, because everybody, I don't know anybody, even when myself included, when it was me and my single mom, and then when I was a young adult and first starting out, everybody has gone through hard times, and there is no shame in going through hard times at all whatsoever. And I love how that is subtly conveyed in each one of these, because especially right now, there's a lot of hard times are facing. That's something that almost everybody has in common, it seems. And you tell these stories of all of these veterans. How do they go to the website and find you? How do you tell me about how you come across them?
What we have our veterans, the word has gotten out about Coda Vets, about how, we're able to assist in real time and with real issues. So the word's out there, the veterans are finding us. They can fill out a vet in need form on our website. And once that is processed through, my partner, Dr. Cindy Walter, she will vet the veteran and send them to me once she has documented the issue or whatever the financial crisis is. And then I'm the one who tells the story and raises the funds. And we just set up this really good, simple system that works for our veteran community. And it's powerful. We use those social media platforms to get these funds raised within a matter of hours. Yesterday, Dana, I have to share this real quick. We had a veteran family of 6 with an eviction notice. They were going to be evicted within a matter of 3 days. In a matter of 40 minutes, I raised $3,150, and we saved that family from becoming homeless. I'm just blown away about what we're doing. It's beautiful, and we do this all day, every day.
I love it. I love it. And you list out, you're straight no chaser. You list it out like this. This person needs help with utilities. This
Right.
person, and the other thing is, these are working families where both parents work, and both, because of the lockdowns and everything else, not everybody is all back, and now everything's kind of, we're trying to figure out what's happening. So many of these they're not only dealing with trying to juggle the lack of work or spotty work options, but also kids at home homeschooling. There's a lot of that. Tell me about that.
Oh, yeah. The issues become more complex when the kids are either going to school 2 days a week, 3 days a week, and then they're doing online schooling at home, or they're doing all homeschooling. It makes it complicated for that vet family, especially when they're in the $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 salary range, to make those adjustments for childcare. And a lot of times, one of the parents have not gotten their job back, or they've gotten another job that's not comparable to the one before. And it's put them in an incredible hardship, Dana. I just can't stress enough how serious it is. We literally are covering basic needs for these veterans right now, and they don't want to ask. These are men and women who have never reached out to a charity organization, and I do it with dignity and I do it with respect, because in my mind and my heart, we're literally taking care of our own.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love too, because any amount matters, whether it is, somebody, whether it's, somebody send in $50 and I have to share this one screenshot that you had earlier today, where there was a vet who was trying to stay ahead and not be evicted. And somebody sent that amount. That's amazing. They needed a little over $1,000 to make sure that they didn't end up homeless, and somebody took care of all of that. That's awesome, and that has to feel good knowing that, because they PayPal you and then it goes, and then you just take care of the bill.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's real time. This is all happening in real time as you see it. When I'm able to send the funds to the veteran can actually turn around and PayPal it to the landlord, or use his debit card to pay for it, because all of the funds transactions are immediate within seconds. And it's just a great way we have set up that you can really impact a veteran's life on that day, that same day that I post them. If we get those retweets out there, and that's critical to our mission. We find one donor, it touches their heart, they send in the funds, and then I turn around and I pay the veteran, and they are able to secure their bills, take care of their bills that day. So it's phenomenal.
I love it. And God bless you for what you do. Codeofvets.com. And you can also find them on Twitter at Codeofvets. And you'll see it all up there exactly. You can read everything about Gretchen and the organization, and you can also get to know these veterans that we are so privileged to help. God bless you for doing this, and happy Veterans Day to you. We're so grateful that you're out there doing this and letting us all know where we can step in to help. Thank you, Gretchen.
Thank you, Dana.
Of course.